Alright, welcome to episode 5 of the Glass Cannon gameplay. Today's video is going to be very simple. It is going to be all about the tier 1 wave. As you guys saw from the thumbnail and clicking on this video, we're going to get a lot of coins from this, and we're going to get in a pretty deep run here. So sit back, relax, here we go. Alright, so before we head into our run, I just wanted to take you guys through just a couple of updates and places I want to be going within my workshop. So starting in the lab, 460 gems saved up, and all of that is going to go towards unlocking this fourth lab. I think it's going to be really helpful. Obviously, I want to be doing these 3 on repeat, which means things like lab game speed I'd love to get, maybe even the lab discount. Range is another one I'll probably be looking into. Cash bonuses, stuff like this. There's a lot of stuff that I feel I can't work on because I have to put pause on attack speed, damage, crit multiplier, or crit factor. And here you can see, like, I just have put them on pause, but I'd rather like to just have lab on queue and let those run forever. Then our modules, coming back to this, got a bit of a spotlight bonus, so we'll take a look at what that means. I ended up getting a bit more health. Landmine damage could be helpful for this. I don't know what the differences are going to be between those. And then here's the big one, that big crit factor and a little bit more attack speed. It's going to be very nice, very helpful for us. The cards we're going to be running for this round up for until we really can't survive any longer is going to be this critical coin and the coin card. And then we'll swap both of those out later in the game for regen and slow aura. Critical coin will be the first leave for slow aura. And then in terms of our ultimate weapons, again, working towards unlocking our third, hoping for Black Wave, Chain Lightning, Death Wave. But we technically do have 2 that will be econ based, so it's not end of the world. You can see we have that 9.2 bonus. It usually is 8, but we got the increase 1.2 damage for Spotlight. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the unlock upgrades as well as interest. I'll leave this here because this is that EHP, how to get into EHP. Unfortunately, I was going to increase my health a bit, and I kind of happened to hit defense percent, and I also thought that it was just defense percent and not defense absolute. So that's unfortunate, but that's the way that things are going to be right now. And with just unlocking free attack upgrade and free defense upgrade and utility, we are going to be getting naturally defense absolute. It will not impact anything in terms of our runs. I don't know what else is in here. Lifesteal and knockback, so that's why I was going in here. These are going to be, especially the knockback, that's what I was hoping and looking for. I'm just going to put a bit into these 3. That's going to be huge. Orbs I'll probably end up getting, but for the sake of it, I'll leave it for now. Super crit's something we'll work towards. That's very, very far down the line. And hopefully we're able to do this run within enough time so that we are able to participate in this tournament and get first. That's my goal. I think the last person got 180. So that's the mark we're trying to hit. So let's jump into one. Alright, will I have the opportunity to just walk through Wave 1 at the beginning stages? A bit of things have changed. We now prioritize cash bonus almost immediately, just hoping to get our cash as high as we can, and kind of allowing that to naturally flow in. Wave per interest isn't, I think it's 100, yeah, it's 50 per wave, which just in the end just isn't that much unless you get the lab bonuses. I don't even think it's worth it overall, but we have unlocked the lab sort, so I thought I'd take a look and just give that. And what I end up doing is just, I'm going to throw 1 into damage, attack speed, health, and health regen. And then I'm just going to put more back into that cash increase, and then attack attack speed. So those are the two I'm going to flip between here is cash bonus and then back to attack speed and then back to cash bonus. And I should be fine in terms of being able to make it through the first 40 waves like that, just kind of prioritizing cash bonus. So I'll stop back in around, I don't know, whenever it kind of feels right and justified. So, all right, well, we've just kind of passed 3 times multiplier for our cash, and we're about halfway through upgrading it. Started to put some into the coin bonus as well, which is going to be huge, so long as we have those coin cards on. And we kind of just went through, did some other upgrades. Probably would be smart to put some into our health and health region just to be safe. Critical chance is also one I want to focus on just a bit, just because we have that card as well. Everything I kind of went through, just upgraded once. Nothing too much. But again, 32,000 now to move on. So we'll kind of put that at a standstill, let everything else catch up in terms of what needs to be upgraded. Attack speed is kind of a guarantee to feel safe. So that's for the most part what I'll be doing. I'll check back in as soon as some of these other things have been maxed out. But the strategy overall is really diving into multi-shot, rapid fire, bounce shot, rather than just relying on damage alone, because where we were before, this just isn't possible anymore. So, but this has been the really big benefactor in my runs going really, really deep. So I'll check back in maybe about double the waves, 150, 200, somewhere around there. All right, wave 162. Moving pretty well. Haven't had any issues. I wanted to just show you guys how much this is for 10. I guess I could do for 1. It's about 10,000 just for 1 upgrade. And you might be saying like it's not really worth it. Like I should be spending it elsewhere where things are 6,000. But I already have the longevity and survivability, so I might as well just increase my cash bonus as quick as I can so that I'm able to get more cash throughout the remainder of the game, which would allow me to thereby do more upgrades. We maxed out our attack speed, our critical chance, and our range, along with our target shots for bounce and multi-shot. I did see my health blip down there, so I am going to put some into my health. We've gotten 1 thorn from our free defensive upgrade, and nothing in defense absolute. But again, like I said, at this point when damage is being dealt at 1.5 thousand, 2 or 3 hit points of health taken off isn't really going to do much. I did go ahead and not put in knockback maxed already. I think that's going to be very, very helpful. I'm curious to see how much further I'm able to get in runs than what I could previously do. And knockback chance is also something I'll get up over time. It should be a hard one to unlock, just similar to probably these is my assumption. That being said, I'm going to maximize everything except for damage and damage per meter in my attack. I will finish maximizing coin per kill, and then probably knockback and lifesteal, and then I'll come back to you guys as soon as all that's done, and we'll see where that puts us. All right, well, we've definitely gotten to that point now where our cash and coin bonuses are maxed out, as our defense percent, lifesteal, knockback force, knockback chance, and as our everything else outside of damage per meter and our damage itself. I'm just going to continue to focus on health increases. What I really want to focus on is this here, just because it's going to be upgrading our damage for as long as we go. That's the little update, and as you can see, I mean, 6,000 to we were just at what, 2,000, so it was 2 times greater. It was 2,000. It was like 2. I can't do math right now, guys. It was a lot more than the health, but we have no issues with it right? We're doing absolutely fine. And you can see that inner landmine that's getting thrown from our module, even though I don't have that unlocked as a ultimate weapon, it still sends one at it, which is really interesting to me. But I'll take some free damage where you can take some free damage, right? In terms of how much coin, if we take a look at what it says for round 340 for coins, it's going to be 124,000. Critical coin is doing a lot more than critical tower just because of how early it was. That's really going to start to scale and switch up now. Coins per wave doing pretty well, actually really well, this early on, and it'll continue to scale. So that'll, say we get to wave, putting my math in the spot again, 700. That's going to be 20,000. So check back in as soon as, I don't know, we cross that 500 wave mark and see how much further we can go from there. Alright, so we just kind of crossed that 500 wave mark. Things are going pretty well. I did have to switch out. I don't know if my screen's going to bug out when I do this, but I switched out critical coin for slow aura because a boss at wave 500 got about right here before killing it. So my damage is good. I just don't trust it. I do. Hopefully this doesn't bug out. There we go. Actually, let's watch this boss. We did really good on that. Nothing of concern there. But I am curious to see how much coins, critical coin generated, and it was 21,000. So it was a pretty good run from critical coin. I'll take 21,000 coins. We're at 250,000 coins, which is fantastic. Golden Tower is only going to increase from here. So there's also a new event that just started. It's really unfortunate. I ended up, we'll see if this goes in. If not, we'll just kind of cut back. Okay, perfect, that worked. New rewards for everything. Death Defy, twice in the same round, that's going to be hard. Packaging, we're not going to do. Maybe we'll get that. Buying 20 cards, not going to happen. So really, as of now, we're looking at 45, 45, 45. Free relic, defense percent by 1. That's huge. We will not get to that health regen. But this is such a sick skin, and it's so unfortunate. I think this looks so cool, and this is 100% going to move. That's what I think. This is actually increased thorns by 2. It's not going to matter for us, but this is a very important relic just within the game in general. Critical factor by 5%. It's very tempting. I don't think I'm going to end up getting it, just because it's not the point and place I'm at. Tower damage by 5 is also very helpful. But we're just going to kind of focus. As you can see, this is 90 now, because I already went ahead and got 30 stones. So we're up to 100. Only 49 away. So hopefully we're looking at, we'll buy 15 more and then 2 tournaments, and then we can get our 3rd ultimate weapon, which is moving at an incredible pace that I didn't really think I'd be moving at. That being said, health I want to get above, I think I'm going to leave this at 15,000. Damage per meter and damage are just going to increase because I have the free attack, and it's going to come up naturally. In the meantime, I can just focus these 2. You can kind of see Thorns and Defense Absolute have come up, but like I was talking about, 42,670 damage. Take off 6, it's 6,600. And 4, so it's like it's not really impacting it just through free defensive upgrade. So not really something we have to be worried or concerned about. So I'm going to keep going until hopefully wave 600. I would hope we can get that far. Things are looking kind of promising, so hopefully I actually catch it if I die early, because I'm kind of doing some other things here. But yeah, I'll check in around wave 600. Alright, so just got to that above 600, and It's at this point that I have no clue how far we're going to be able to get. I'd love to be able to say, looking at this and how this has been going, that we can get to like 750. And I just don't know how ambitious that is just with the scaling of things in terms of like the health scaling. As you guys can see, I haven't bought anything. This was at 250 something and it was 15,000. And we've already gotten up to 18. And this was at 270, maybe 260, and it's gone up. So this is going to be maxed out just from the free attack upgrade, which is amazing. Okay, so tower's getting on us, or boss is getting on us. So as soon as that damage increases to too much, then we're gonna start running into issues. That's where I'm unfortunate that we have thorn damage. I'd rather not have it. It's just kind of a part of the game until I can lock it at 0, which I don't think comes for much, much later down the road. But that's where we're at. That's why we have defense percent, so that 75 gets cut in half, and then I still have 1.4 health to go. Like I have plenty of health, so we're doing absolutely fine. I'm gonna keep going at this pace, check in, see how things are going. Oh, I forgot I can upgrade that. Take a look. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think that's all the little update from this. In terms of labs, though, game speed's being upgraded to 4. Attack speed's running on queue now. I think, yeah, it's 39,000, which we're just making tremendous progress in. And I'm going to finish this here. I do want to get into my range a bit. I ended up doing research that the golden bot tower that we see, hopefully this loads up. Where is it? From here. The golden bot, the range increases with my tower range. So it won't just be like stuck here. Like it'll actually also increase a bit. So I'm going to start increasing my range within the labs because we're just doing glass cannon. We don't care about any like orb devo that would mess that up. So that's going to be my plan for that. So that's my little update spiel that I found out just recently too. All right, so I didn't even know how far I just got. I walked away, got some dinner, thought I paused this, and I come back to, maybe you can kind of see it at the bottom. We are very high. Things are really spiking and jumping, so I'm going to immediately try to go in, pause the game, and then we'll take a look at our upgrades and things like that. So let's go in quick, pause the game. So this is that point where thorns is actually the only reason we're kind of alive. Our damage output is just not high enough anymore. Which I guess makes sense. We are currently at like almost 4,000 times as much health as our damage output. So I don't even know how to increase our health at this point, or like what to upgrade. This is kind of tough. But wave 4, 834 is absolutely insane. How much coins have we generated? 500,000. 79,000 has come from Golden Tower, and that's just a base gold tower. Like, there's nothing special about that Golden Tower. Oh, I don't know what to do because I don't like killing with thorns. It's not the method that we are trying to use. Like I'm trying to win via damage, so I think just for integrity's sake, I should be putting everything into this. It kind of feels bad, but at the same time, I never really intentionally wanted that. I mean, I cut it down to like 2,300 times, so maybe we start doing a lot more damage. I don't know. We'll increase it a little bit, but there's I think through work enhancement labs, I'm able to lock these, and eventually also lock the EHP stuff we'll get. So we'll be able to get rid of some of this stuff soon. But this just isn't necessarily how I want to be playing, which is unfortunate. I missed the point at which this kind of switched over. But let's just kind of play this out, see how this goes. Okay, actually, you know what? Increasing the damage did do a lot. It's that knockback that's huge for us. I don't even think Region's gonna do anything either. Oh, I love how all the shots on knockback just end up curving down. I love how that looks. This is actually a phenomenal run. So yeah, we're actually able to continue to do a normal run somewhere between 4,000 and my guess is 2,500 is where that mark cuts off for us, and we turn into just tanking a bunch of damage. Hope this doesn't glitch out. Slow aura is in. Health regen is not, but I don't think that matters as of now. It'd be nice to have a better slow aura. Really be nice to have more attack speed, but not for now. Is this boss? Okay, so this boss is going to get doing damage. That might be where we see our primary issues. No, it just doesn't have the damage at all. I'm fine with the boss doing that. I'm not fine with everything else crowding around it, because that is the absolute defense, like, strategy, and killing through thorns. But until I can make it past there, I think this is just going to be what it is. I'll continue to upgrade labs and things like that until then. But this is great. We might even cross a million coins at some point. What are we getting? We're getting 5,000 per minute. It's incredible. I would time how long each of these takes. Actually, maybe we can see. 26 and 9. We're times 3.5, which really isn't 3.5. It's like 2.7, or yeah, like 2.7, something like that. 35, 2.7. I don't even know. It's like, it's probably close to like 14 seconds. You know, I'll just count in my head here. So it's like 13 and a half. So we can get through 5 waves. So it's about 1,000 a wave. So if we keep going from here somehow to get to wave 1,000, it's an extra 150,000 coins. That puts us over a million. And wow, it's at this point that surely that golden tower is just doing amazing work, right? I don't know when we checked on it last, but it's already done 3,000 cents. This boss is coming back in. Yeah. I don't even know what to upgrade here, because I want to make sure we're not dying to that, which would make sense, but at the same time, more damage is better. Yeah, alright, well, I'll check back in, see if we can make it to wave 1,000, otherwise I'll show you guys the end clip of how far we were able to get on this run. So, wow, this has been an incredible run though. So, check back in. Alright, I think wave 900 is gonna be the spot that we end up falling off in terms of actually working using a glass cannon style. I'm almost tempted to end the run a bit early if I'm unable to produce enough ash to continue. Where we're at right now, right before this, our damage output was 64,930. We had enemies swarming on us. That was at this same health, which is 2,970 times greater. At 66,860 damage, this is a multiplier of 2,880, so it's 90 less, the multiplier, and we're able to fend off um, attacks. From what I've seen, I haven't seen swarming here. Let's go ahead and just bump that up to 67,000. So it's going to be that 2,900 mark that's actually the contributor for us, which is, I think, really important to note because, well, obviously things are still going to change because we have our attack speed lab, our critical factor lab, our damage lab. But knowing what that is right now with 10.6 as our attack speed and 26 as our critical factor, um, I think is going to be very helpful just moving forward and knowing, all right, what's our threshold that we're able to get at? Currently we're at 28,067, so still fine. If I don't upgrade anything, I'm curious to see what point we cross that threshold at. And again, you can just see like projectiles are doing 29% anymore. It doesn't even feel like glass cannon necessarily. I'm going to end the run as soon as I can figure out when swarming starts. I just don't think for the integrity of how I continue that I should continue to push waves, get bigger milestones. I do think that having 30% of it, I think we would have killed it eventually before it killed us. We can out-sustain it by far. Okay, I don't know at this point how we're not starting to swarm. We're 3,600, yeah. You know, I'm still curious about what's going to happen. I think I'm going to stop before this next boss, regardless, because it doesn't feel right. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the next 4 waves with... I mean, we're able to push them back, it seems. Yeah, so really it's just the bosses that are... Yeah, there it is. So, alright, what is this? This is... I'm going to just... using a calculator here. 3,660 times greater. And I think 29,000 is my cut. But this is an incredible run, but I think for the integrity of what I want to do, I need to surrender there, which leaves us with 590,000 coins, highest wave of 900, which was actually attainable. I think I'm fine getting back to that. Right, so taking a look at what we got, not that impressive. I'll take 30 gems though. Again, in the end, that wasn't the key thing we were looking for. The key thing we were looking at is how much coins we got. Multiplier is going to come off, which means damage and crit factor is going to be able to go up. Game speed, we're going to continue to invest in. How much is it for the next game speed? It's going to be a lot. We're fine with that. I almost wonder if plasma cannon's not going to be really helpful or essential to play. I'd almost love if this was 0, because then I wouldn't have to put it into defense upgrades. Right? Yeah, I don't know what the next steps really look like. 20 hours, we will be doing the next tournament, so that'll be next video. And hopefully, we'll be able to get rank 1, which means I'm probably gonna have to spend a bit of coins. Probably go down to about 600,000 is my plan. Um, Maybe even 400,000 because this might take 250 and attack speed will be another 42. Like it makes sense just to go that low. So 400,000 to try to get first. That's probably going to be my goal for this next one. Yeah, unfortunate about the defense absolute. I probably should have not gotten these upgrades. I don't think they were necessarily too helpful. Although I do think it was very helpful in getting our damage up, as well as our damage per meter. And even saw some benefit through the health. Uh, yeah, gonna continue to build towards that ultimate weapon. We can get 20 stones if we win. We can still get another. Still looking to purchase another 15 here. Outside of that, that'll leave us, if we win, leave us with 35, leaving us 14 short. So we'll just have to wait till the next tournament to get that. So that's going to be all for this video. Hopefully next video, like I said, we're able to win that tournament and do a second tournament within the same video and unlock our third ultimate weapon. That's going to be all from me in this video. So thank you guys for watching. And go ahead and like, and we'll see you guys next time.